In northern Ohio, right outside of Toledo, Ohio, the RC Cola 200 for the Hooters Cup late models. I'm Roby Helm, Mark Bishardi, and veteran driver Joy Fair alongside. And we've got Fred Pump in the pit area along with Brian Drebber bringing you the action this afternoon. And out in front, it's Dennis Berry in car number 11 as we just went back to green. And now let's go down to the pit area where I believe Fred Pump is standing by with Mike Garvey.
Well, we've got Mike Garvey here. Mike, what happened out there?
That's one of the obstacles of pit stop race. You make a pit stop, you're coming back through traffic. You're racing with guys that, I don't know how the guy couldn't see me side by side with him, I don't know. The guy just turned left and we both hit and we both went straight in the wall. Most ridiculous thing I've ever been in.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but it's just ridiculous.
Well, we're going to send it back up now, trackside, back to green flag racing action.
Thank you, Fred Pump, and obviously a very disappointed Mike Garvey. And the caution flag out once again. We've got trouble up in turn number 4 up on the high side. Car up against the concrete, the number 69 automobile of Ron Allen bringing out the caution flag. And Joy Fair, it looks like that 3 and 4 turn over there has been the hot spot this afternoon.
Yes, that's a very difficult entry. And if you go up in it in the middle, it's very slippery, or it just traditionally gets that way.
And it just gets worse as the race goes on, and we're now working lap number 145 here of the RC Cola 200. And as we were saying, Mike Garvey very disappointed to be out of the race. I know that he was the point leader coming in. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to shake out with Mario Goslett running in the second spot. Let's go to a replay and see what happened up in turn number 4 with the 69 car of Ron Allen. There you see Allen in the blue car, and it looked like the car just pushing up the racetrack, Joy Fair.
Yes.
Looked like a tire might have been going down the way he went up.
A low right front tire would do just what he did there.
And that's got to be a handful. I think maybe we've got to give him a little round of applause there for keeping that car out of the fence.
You can see the tires real low going up into there.
If you overreact in a situation like that, then the car just backs into the wall.
So you just got to kind of gradually slow it down and just ease it up on the high side. So the number 69 car, Ron Allen, doing a great job keeping that car out of the fence after having a tire go down up in turn number 4. And Joy, you were going to tell us a little story about something in Chicago as we look in the pit area at some of the action going on.
A track called Ileana over near Chicago. We went there in the fall of the year, and we ended up leading the race, and the sun went down like it's starting to do here, and the sun was in my eyes so bad you were crying, couldn't see, just tears and sadness too, because you're leading the race. And so I began my counting thing, and I could literally close my eyes.
Got the sunglasses out of the pocket.
No sunglasses.
Oh, no sunglasses.
So I started counting, and it took 8 counts to get down the backstretch. So I thought, well, I can surely close my eyes for 5 of them. So I started counting. I'd count with my eyes closed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you'd open them, and that revived me, so to speak, and I could see and won the race easily then.
Well, hearing all this counting we got going on, sounds like we got some pretty educated drivers around here.
Well, I'm telling you, that's got to be a scary thought if you're another driver in the race, knowing that the leader's got his eyes closed going down the back straightaway. And I've been to Ileana, and you're going pretty fast down that back straightaway.
I've been accused of closing them other times.
And we are under caution. There you see Kenny Phillips in car number 15, and he's running up towards the front of the pack, Mark Bishardi. And one thing that we said earlier in the race, it's about that time. Lap 148 on the board, and guess who's running up close to the top 5?
He's running in 4th, is Jody Ridley. We talked about him being great at these longer races. He's not there in the beginning, but he is there at the end.
Yeah, has Jody been in the pits yet?
Yes, he has. He came in, I think he came in twice and took 4 tires.
Now that's strong, making a pit stop. In fact, he is probably running up further than any of the other cars, I believe, that have made a pit stop. I'm not sure if Kenny Phillips has been in the pits or not, but the top 2 cars of Dennis Berry and Mario Goslett have yet to make a pit stop, and the word is from Berry's crew, he's going to try to go all the way as we go back to green flag action as they come down to complete lap number 150. 50 laps to go in the RC Cola 200 as the field works into turn number 1. Dennis Berry, car number 11, out in front. Mario Goslett, car number 10, in second. Third will be the 15 car of Kenny Phillips, and 4th is Jody Ridley in car number 98.
Right now we talked about Dennis Berry not going to pit. Mario Goslin, I would be surprised if he pits at all. If Barry's going to go the rest of the way, Mario's going to go the rest of the way.
And this late in the race, Joy Fair, Jody Ridley has been in the pits. He's got a little bit fresher tires than the cars running in front of him. Is that going to be an advantage to him in these final 50 laps?
It certainly is, because tires are dramatic, the difference between new tires and old tires.
Jody Ridley running in the 4th spot, and he's beginning to put a little pressure on the number 15 automobile of Kenny Phillips. That's your battle for 3rd spot. And Dick Anderson, he just keeps rolling along in the 92 car. He's had his problems today, but he's still out on the racetrack, and he's still digging, Mark.
He's still picking up points. With Mike Garvey out of the race, Dickie's probably 2, maybe 3 laps down. But that's going to be a lot better finish than Mike Garvey's going to come out here with.
And he'll be able to possibly take over the point lead, because just 2 points separating them coming into this afternoon's event. And Mario Goslin in car number 10, who is currently running 2nd, he was just 14 points behind Garvey coming into the race.
It gets tighter and tighter every week. I think you're going to see it seesaw back and forth the rest of the year between here.
And we just got word from the pit area that Mario Goslin has also chosen to stay out on the racetrack. He's not going to come in for a pit stop. And Joy, that's got to be a tough decision to make as a race car driver. You're out there, things are going good, the car feels good. I guess you just want to stay out there, and as fast as they're running, they've pulled out to almost a full straightaway lead over the 3rd place car.
Right. When I used to race here a lot, they would, on the radio, would hide. For instance, Jody now has a distinct advantage, and they would hide that from you, not tell you. Because if you knew that Jody had 4 new tires and was going to come up, which I'm sure you'll see him start to move here.
So you think he might be playing a little possum right now?
Perhaps.
Well, the top 2 cars working well, and there you see the 21 car, Mark Green. He's kind of had a rough afternoon, had a spin earlier. He's working his way up through the field. And Mark Green, one of the 3 Racing Green brothers out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, Owensboro, Kentucky. Of course, we've heard of David Green and Jeff Green running in the Busch Grand National circuits, and now Mark Green in the 21 car trying to make a name for himself on the Hooters Cup Trail.
Mark has come and gone in racing. We saw him several years ago with the old NASCAR All-America Challenge Series, where he came in 2nd in that series. So he just, every now and then, he just appears for 2 or 3 years, and then he goes back to, I don't know whether he works on his brother's cars or what he does.
I know he's been a spotter for both his brothers from time to time, and here you see the battle for 3rd spot. The number 15 automobile, Kenny Phillips, one of the Iceman Series drivers with the 6-time All-Pro champion, now front runner in the Hooters Cup Series, Jody Ridley out of Chatsworth, Georgia, a former Winston Cup Rookie of the Year, and he's also a driver that I think holds kind of a neat honor. He's the only driver to win a NASCAR Winston Cup race for car owner Junie Dunleavy.
And that's quite an honor. Plus, he took over for Bill Elliott when he crashed hard in the
qualified for Daytona a couple of years ago. He handpicked Jody Ridley to drive the car for him in the Daytona 500. The leaders in lap traffic down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Dennis Berry will go to the high side, and Mario Goslin staying right with him. He gains a little bit as he hit that traffic in the right spot, Mark, and it looked like Mario had to check up just a little bit to get around the number 26 car, George Rangel. And we've got trouble on the back straightaway with Nevin Jenkins in car number 3, his 2nd spin of the afternoon.
If anybody's going to pit, now's the time to do it.
We are looking at 164 laps on the board, caution flag on the speedway. And you're right, Mark, if there's going to be any strategy played out, now's the time to do it. And it looks like the guy in the catbird seat might be Jody Ridley in car number 98, but he's been having a tough time trying to get around that 15 car of Kenny Phillips.
Well, Kenny's running a great race. We talked about him lately. We didn't talk about him early. He's just been running a good, smart race. Mario right now, it's no decision on his part. He's got to stay out there as far as I'm concerned, run with the 11 car. Whatever the 11 does, he's got to do, and then try to beat him at the end.
And let's take a look at a replay and see what happened on the back straightaway with Nevin Jenkins in car number 3. There you see Jenkins getting out of shape, coming out of turn 2, gets the car sideways. He's got Mario Goss or the Ronnie Sanders, and there's your battle for 3rd right when that took place, and they did a nice job of getting to the outside as Jenkins gets down in the inside of the speedway. And what was the term that you used, Joy, that his steering was a little slow?
He's getting behind in his steering.
Getting behind in his steering.
We noticed a little while ago, and it was just brought to our attention again, that the 10 car, Mario Goslin, the right rear is smoking a little bit. He backed off a while ago. He's not putting the pressure he was on Dennis Berry. So it's going to be interesting to see whether that tire is blistered.
And we're going to go back to green, and he's had a little bit of an opportunity, Joy, to cool that tire down a little bit under the caution, and I know that makes a big difference.
Certainly does.
Back to green flag action. There you see the field coming down the front straightaway. Dennis Berry this time will open up about a 3 to 4 car length advantage on Mario Goslin in car number 10. And they're still putting a pretty good distance between themselves and the third place car number 15 of Kenny Phillips. They look like they opened up about a 12 car length advantage there.
But it worked out better for Kenny Phillips and Jody Ridley right now is because they did away with the lap traffic pretty quick. They've got Dick Anderson still in front of him, but Dick's pretty quick. There's not those slow cars holding them up like there was a while ago.
But they still got a lot of ground to reel in. And we've got caution on the speedway, trouble on the front stretch for David Elliott, as he's having a rough initiation to Hooters Cup late model racing after moving over from the Formula Cup series.
Well, he was really looking forward to it. He told me earlier in the year that he thought Hooters Cup was the way to go rather than the little 4-cylinder open wheelers that he was running, because he's run this type of car before, gone up to ARCA and done well in it. So he was really looking forward to a weekend where he could do both.
And gets the car turned back around, and he'll bring it right back out on the speedway instead of going into the pit area. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back for the restart of the RC Cola 200. 30 laps to go, so stay with us. It's going to be an exciting finish.